Dools!
Has.
Dune has officially revealed its trailer. Xbox Series X's prices have officially been dropped, and is Borat 2 actually happening? All that and more, but Dools, just roll the intro! Welcome, one and all, to another episode of the More Cops on Duty podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Harry. With me, of course, is the Dene Villiers to my Timothy Chalamet, Edward Dools Dooley. Dools, how you doing today for the second time?
Very good to be with you, Has. We had a little snafu in our initial recording.
We had the first 15 minutes we recorded, and Dools had his mic muted, which is unfortunate because there was pure gold there, Jerry. Pure gold. But it's all right, you know. So
Live and
we
learn,
went through
Has.
all,
That's what they say.
What we've been watching, what we've been playing. It's all the same shit, what you would always expect. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Cobra Kai, Endgame, bloody Always Sunny, Dark Souls 2.
I'll actually insert while we're redoing this. The boys' first 3 episodes, sublime. Excellent. Highly recommend it.
I'm going to start watching them probably tonight then.
Yep.
Maybe tonight. Well, we're seeing the New Mutants tonight, so maybe tomorrow.
Do it tomorrow night, because 4th episode will be out by then as well.
Yeah, rad. I would, Dools. I will. And yeah, we should maybe review the first 3, maybe. I know next week. We're talking on the fly, Dools. Let's get into the news of the week. Give me a jingle.
News of the week. How's that?
Sorry, you cut out for a sec. It's all good. I'm going to pretend that was...
I can guarantee you I did a jingle. It was musical.
Beautiful. Sorry, it's internet connections, ladies and gentlemen.
Probably
Dools, let's end with the big boy. Let's start with it's still pretty big. Xbox prices and release dates have been announced officially by Microsoft. It was leaked at first, and then Microsoft like, fuck it, let's double down, let's just do it. So correct me if I'm wrong, Dools, because I know you always do. Xbox Series X AU is coming in at $749.
Correct.
And the Xbox Series X is coming in at $499, and they're all released on November 10th.
Correct.
And Halo's coming out on launch day, right? That's the exclusive they're dropping with those?
We do not speak of that game.
Halo ain't coming out anytime soon. Dools, did you expect these prices?
This is right on the money. This is actually right on the money. So translated to US currency, they're exactly what we anticipated. $500 US for the Series X, $299 for the Series S, which is it should be clarified. So PS5 have 2 SKUs as well at launch. They're going to have the PS5 just standard, and then they'll have a digital edition which comes with, it's this exact same console but no disc drive. The difference between the Series X and S is the Series S is going to be slightly weaker. It would have weaker innards, so it's not going to do true 4K. It'll do up to 120 frames on certain games like Halo, but it will not run true 4K. So, but considering the price, man, and the resolution it can still output, it is a fucking serious offering. It's like, it has very good value. You combine that and Game Pass, which, by the way, I don't know if you already had it in your notes, but Game Pass now officially comes bundled with EA Play, which is EA's subscription. So you're getting all the EA games. I don't think you get games. I don't think you get games like FIFA and Madden and shit at launch for free, but you get them heavily discounted, and then they become free. I think a couple months after launch. So if you can wait, then they do become free eventually. That's fucking insane, and I'm actually so surprised EA hopped on to something like that. I mean, they're possibly losing some sales, but obviously they saw some value here that we're not seeing. You know, they're seeing stuff on the back end, and dude, you combine that kind of offering, $15 a month for Games Pass Ultimate, and $500 console, which, by the way, EB have unveiled some trade-in deals already. They were quick on this. If you trade in your One X, you can get a Series X for how much is it? I think $349. No,
$299.
No, it's not that much. I think it might be $499. No, I'm getting that wrong. No, it might be $399. Sorry, a Series X. and then but if you trade in a 1S, the names are so confusing. You can get a Series S for $299. So
That's something out of the $299. Yep.
I don't know.
That's
man.
unreal.
I
That's
think
great value.
I think Xbox are really going to push the value side of things, and I think it's safe to say PS5 standard will probably be $4.99 USD. This gives us the best indicator so far. Or they could fucking cut their loss and try to be a price leader again and just be like, fuck it, $449. So
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't know. Time will tell. I imagine we get an announcement next week. They have no reason to keep waiting. Apparently, the only reason they were waiting was just to wait to see what Microsoft were doing. Thank you so much to the fucking person who leaked that, by the way, because God knows how much longer we're going to fucking wait.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's got to be inbound. We're going to have to do pre-orders probably in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, so Xbox is 22nd this month. Pre-orders go live. I imagine maybe end of September, early October for PS5. Depending on how much time they give us after the announcement. Xbox are giving 2 weeks heads up. Maybe Sony, hopefully they do something similar. So, big news has
Sony. Remember, Sony did come out and say that pre-orders are not going to be a surprise.
Yes, no, they were going to give us a heads up. I mean, that would just be cruel otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. Agreed. That's good news, though, Dools. Good news. We're finally getting some traction. But Dools, do you see that Borat 2 has reportedly been shot and screened already?
I know. So I saw maybe a week and a half ago of an image of clearly Sacha Baron Cohen dressed as Borat being filmed driving in a car, and the car ahead was shooting out the back of it. And I was like, okay, well, this could be anything. This could be an ad. This could be, just him doing a skit. And now it seems like, because everywhere's reporting on it, that, Borat 2 is indeed real.
Insane.
First thoughts is Borat, while a fucking, that film was a game changer. Like, it changed the mockumentary scene. Like, I feel like, and he could never replicate that success since. Like, Bruno was okay. It was pretty funny. The Dictator was terrible. What was the other one he did? He did, I can't even remember, but yeah, so I
can't even remember.
I just don't think, I don't know. I worry about him trying to replicate that success.
Oh, it was, My Brother, it was where his brother was a spy, played by,
Oh yeah, but I'm more thinking like he's out in the real world and doing a mockumentary type thing.
Yeah, okay. Fair.
Yeah, My Brother's Grimsby. Yeah, apparently that was terrible. That was
My Brother's Grimsby. That was it.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Shocking.
What are your thoughts on it? I just feel like it'd be impossible for him to recapture what made that first one so special.
I agree. I'm optimistic. I'm not excited by it. I'm not looking down on it. I'm optimistic. I think Sacha struck gold with Borat, and if he could do it again, 110%. Like, that is a hell of a character. I'll be happy to see him again. I think it'll be hilarious. There's definitely going to be moments that we're going to be, like, crying with laughter. Whether the whole movie is going to, be on the same level as the original, I don't think so. But, again, that's, like, capturing lightning in a jar. Like, it's just impossible. But, yeah, I'm curious to see where they go. I like that it's already been shot and like already been screened.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Some places, so it has a potential to come out by the end of this year. I think that'll be hilarious if they just drop it one day on like Netflix or something.
Well, I will say, Harry, I mean, I think the easiest thing he could have done was to just follow up with a ton of sequels or spin-offs or whatever from Borat, which came out fucking 14 years ago, 2006, I'm pretty sure. The fact that he didn't, the fact that he just went right on to the next original thing, tells me his pause and that, he doesn't want to chase, money or the fame, but, he's a true creative type, and he's just like, no, I want to do like what I want to do, and, if inspiration strikes, then I'll go after it. And maybe inspiration finally struck for a Borat 2, and then he's like, and it was powerful enough that he was like, okay, I've got to make this. So yeah, I think I'm pretty optimistic as well. I think maybe it could be something special. So we'll see.
Nice, Dools. Talking about something special, did you see the set pictures of the latest Mission Impossible?
No, I only saw the clip of Tom Cruise trying to kill himself again.
So it looks like, would it be I think it's the Grand Canyon?
I think they were somewhere in Norway, apparently.
Okay, it might have been
way off.
but way off. But it looked like a giant ramp up across this gorge, and it's Tom Cruise just bloody doing a motorcycle jump. Why not? It shows how much.
Is it a cry for help?
Is
it a cry for help?
It might be. I want to talk to his insurance agency though. Like every time they're like, "Hey, we're doing another Mission Impossible," like it's someone's having the worst day. Like
any insurance company that takes that on every time they gamble with their entire net worth.
Yeah, exactly. they're just rolling the dice.
Yeah.
But oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited for that film. I know that they're shooting 2 back to back.
Yeah, so I think the plan is for them to do 7 and 8 back to back. Yeah, so that's going to be intense. And then I mean, look, as much as I love those movies, it does mean that Edge of Tomorrow 2 has to wait for those two, which is fine. I mean, as long as we're getting Edge of Tomorrow 2. But I mean, fuck, I'm pretty fucking keen for that as well.
Oh, dude, Edge of Tomorrow was such a silent hit. You know,
I
no
know,
one saw that coming.
Great movie.
Oh, it's so good. It's one of the best sci-fi movies of the last decade, easily.
Yeah, 100%.
Easily. It's up there with Ex Machina for me, but it's more on the action side, while Ex Machina is more on the more the like dramatic character piece side. But yeah, dude, Mission Impossible, it keeps getting better after each film, except for Mission Impossible 2, which was super weird.
That is a weird movie.
Can't wait.
Huh?
Yeah, there's so many fucking doves in that movie, dude.
It's a shame that the shit one is set all in Australia. I mean,
there's no doves in Sydney.
Yeah,
and it's all set in Sydney, and there's like every step there's just white doves everywhere. It's fucking John Woo. He's got a huge aviary in his house. Dools, did you see that Ridley Scott has confirmed that he's working on another Alien movie, and it's an Alien sequel, another Alien sequel?
Wait. So, what's it a sequel to?
It's a sequel to Covenant.
Oh, a sequel to Covenant. Okay, well, because when you said it's a sequel, because I mean, it's still technically a prequel though, then to the original Alien.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I thought it was going to be maybe a sequel to Aliens or something, which would be cool. Yeah.
It
okay.
Like, I think
didn't
very
he always
much
say he was
going
to keep making them until he didn't, or just I don't know. So I mean, is this news or
Covenant wasn't good.
Really?
We were very optimistic. There was a lot of that movie that just wasn't good.
Yeah. I didn't
Except
mind
for Danny
Covenant.
McBride.
I don't have
Danny
this.
McBride was awesome.
Yeah, I don't have this, this cherish. I don't cherish the Alien franchise like a lot of people do. I don't hold it to this incredibly high regard. I think the first one is by and far the best one. I saw Aliens actually for the first time. I think maybe at the start of this year, so I was very late to watching it. To be honest, I thought it was very good, but I was like, no, this is much better as survival horror. This is much better as claustrophobic horror. Like the first one, I think is just it's almost a perfect movie. It's fucking excellent.
Dude, when he points the torch down the tunnel and the alien's just right at his face.
Oh, that's what it's gonna be, man. So yeah, it is. It's not best suited to being an action franchise. I don't think so. Yeah. I don't know if he can go back to his roots. If he can discover what made those movies great, then I don't know. Maybe he's got one more great Aliens movie left in him. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of Aliens. I'll always see them. I really didn't like Prometheus, and I was disappointed by Covenant. I thought Covenant was just so stupid.
Prometheus is a decent movie if you ignore the fact that it's in the Aliens canon.
Yeah, for an Alien film, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's really bad. But like the beginning of Covenant, they're on I think it's like $47 billion mission. and then they just hear like a bit of static noise just on this random planet. They're like, "All right, let's go check it out." Like that makes there's no sense.
That's the one trope they kept from horror movies: characters making really stupid decisions and splitting up and shit.
I can't stand it, man. Can't stand it. But moving on, Dools. Moving on. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War dropped the official reveal gameplay for their multiplayer. Did you have a glimpse of this?
I did. I'm fucking so dude.
Yeah, dude, it looks great. They let a lot of big time streamers. Oh, dude, the Miami level looks so sick. They let a lot of the big time streamers play a couple of the levels on multiplayer, and they released some footage. I watched like a whole Hardpoint gameplay, and it just looks good. It looks crisp, fluid,
clean,
it flows well. Looks very, very good. I'm excited. There's not that much to say about it.
What I will say is I think we're going to be looking at getting a very robust product because so Treyarch are just focusing on the multiplayer, which I think they started to perfect in recent years with, I think, Black Ops 3 and then 4 even more so. And then like I think a lot of the newer games have kind of copied that model. Like they just really, I don't know, they just kind of like perfected like the gameplay loop for COD multi. And then Raven Software doing the campaign. So I mean, they're strictly split on single player, multiplayer, these respective development teams, and I think that's why I think they're both going to be really impressive as a result. So I'm fucking keen.
Yeah, that's awesome. They're also bringing back zombies, of course, which isn't that much of a surprise. But it's something I've been missing for the last couple of years. So I'm very, very, very keen for that. Tools.
PS5 launch, bruh.
Absolutely. Dools, let's finish the news off with the big boy. The trailer that was revealed today for the long-anticipated Denis Villeneuve Dune. What do you think, Dools? What did you think? Because we both got hugely high expectations. We both love this director so much. We both think that he hasn't missed a step. And this is probably both our most anticipated film of this entire year.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So I got to preface this by saying that so we've got a new Bond. So 3 franchises / directors that I just both admire greatly. You know, we're all having new films or entries or whatever this year. So there's a new Bond. We've got a new Chris Nolan, and we're getting a new Denis Villeneuve film.
Not even close. Go ahead.
Whatever. So my, arguably one of my favorite films of all time is Blade Runner 2049. I think it's fucking exceptional. It's a masterpiece. So, and I think this guy's other films, Arrival, Prisoners, Sicario, I'm not in love with, but I think direction-wise, just the plot for me doesn't do it for me, but I think everything else about that film is exceptional. So, I mean, this guy makes really fucking good movies. This looks to be his biggest and best yet. And, yeah, holy shit, man. It's and it is my most anticipated, despite the fact that there's already a Bond coming out and we've already seen a Chris Nolan film. So, I was surprised in the trailer to see that Timothée Chalamet very much is the lead.
I thought that was known, though. Was it not known?
Well, no, I guess I'm just trying to say is I didn't realize it was revolving around his character. I knew he was a lead in the film.
Right.
Like I knew that Oscar Isaac was going to be a lead and Josh Brolin and things like that. So I guess I was surprised to see that he's very much the focal point of the story. I'm not, but I mean at the same time I'm not really familiar with the story of Dune at all. I'm going to put off reading the book and watching the original film until after I see this version because I want to go in knowing absolutely nothing.
Yep.
So yeah, but I mean other than that, visually it just looks like fucking stupidly impressive. Like seeing that fucking giant sandworm in the end, bro. I was like, Jesus.
Oh, it looks good, doesn't it? It looks real good.
So I can't wait to get lost in this world, this interesting world. Like where are these people? What are these tribes? What kind of technology do they use? Who's this faction that they're warring with? Like, I mean, I'm just so fucking intrigued by it all. It showed me a lot, but told me nothing. And I'm just, I'm so fucking into it. I cannot wait. How are you feeling about it?
Good to hear, Dools. Oh, dude, like I'm 100% there for you. I think this trailer is incredibly well made, and another thing that people keep forgetting: Hans Zimmer is doing the music for this bad
Oh,
boy.
bro, yeah, the music was phenomenal.
Right? Like, and like I agree with you. Everything that you said, the visuals look incredible. There was a good story that came out today that Timothy Chalamet said that he only shot on green screen for 2 scenes in the entire film, and that's awesome to hear. I love when directors go full practical and put in visual effects after. I love that because it makes it more movie centric. Chris Nolan's a massive fan of that.
Yep.
He says that green screens age quicker, which is fucking true.
I think directors, Marvel movies especially, you look at Tenet, you look at Dune, you have no excuse to not shoot as much as you possibly can on camera. Stop using fucking green screen. Like, it's, anyway.
You tell him, Dools. You tell him. But yeah, it looks great. I love Timothy Chalamet. I think he's going to become the next generation of like a Leonardo DiCaprio, I think he's an exceptional actor, and he's only got his life ahead of him, basically. And the Sandworm, Dools. The Sandworm looks sick, but shout out to Jason Momoa.
Yes.
He just looks like a lot of fun in this
Apparently
film,
he plays the
Let's
weapons
fight like
master.
demons.
That's all I need to know.
In.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. I am so ready. But yeah, this trailer looks brilliant. I think they've done a beautiful job so far. That's just watching the trailer. I cannot wait. I'm counting down the days to this bad boy, Dools. Dools, it's the end of the news of the week. We're transitioning over to trivia on a Tuesday on a Wednesday. It's your turn this week. So you're giving me the old questionnaires. So I'm giving you the old steering wheel. Steer us into the Oblivion, Dools. See you in Valhalla.
All right. Let's do it, Hazza. So, I guess in honor of Season 2 of The Boys being out, which is excellent, by the way, and if you haven't watched Season 1, please do so. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a very unique and fresh take on the oversaturated superhero genre. And, Season 2, so far, there's only 3 episodes out. I think they're coming out then weekly, every Friday. And it's a lot of fun. It's a great show. So, in honor of that, today's trivia theme is lesser known superheroes. So, Marvel and DC are not the only people who have, dipped their toes into the silver screen. So, this will be all about non-Marvel, with the weird technical exception of one, but you'll see what I mean. But these are all pretty much non-Marvel and DC hero-related films. So
cool. Just so you know, every now and then you like, it's my internet connection. You're choppy a bit every now and then, so I might have to get you to repeat it every now and then.
No worries, Haz. Well, it's best the viewers know that ahead of time because things are flawless on my end, so it's definitely an issue on yours. Haz, should we get started?
Go ahead.
Question 1: in the 2011 film The Green Hornet, Jay Chu, I think Chu, plays the role of Kato, the Green Hornet sidekick. Who plays Kato in the 1966 TV series of the same name?
You're such an asshole. I have no idea.
He's pretty famous. And he's still Asian.
Bruce Lee?
Correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's
he's the
awesome.
only other. I guess he's like the only famous Asian from that time, though. So I guess
Asian actor, Dools. Actor.
Guess I just gave that to you.
Jesus.
Fair enough. Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous. Otherwise,
who started a '60s film? Come on, Dools. Give me that.
I'm giving it to you because you got it correct. So there you go. Good job.
Go.
Question 2. This stinker of a film is technically based on a DC character, but was established as its own thing and is removed from DC canon. It features a famous NBA player as the lead. What film do I speak of?
Famous NBA player. Did you say DC? Sorry?
So it is, the character is technically, yes, based on a DC
Is
character.
it Shazam starring Shaq?
Shazam, is that your final?
Kazam?
It's
No, that's a genie. That's not my final answer.
okay.
Shit.
Hands up, Has. So you go for the mouse.
I would have to do this, Dools. Wait, no.
Oh, I don't know what your setup is, mate. I'm gonna have to count down, Has. 5.
Fuck,
3.
I'm not sure. Kazam. I don't know.
Has the film is you were close. It does star Shaquille O'Neal, but the film was called Steel. So
Yeah, I had no idea what that
it was
is.
based
Fair
on.
enough.
It's based on like some. I think it was like Steel was like one of the 3 new Supermen to come about after the death of Superman and blah blah blah. And basically, they took that character and made Shaq the lead. And I think it's apparently one of the most movies of all time. That's all right, Has.
Interesting.
Incorrect, but onwards and upwards. Hey.
Appreciate it.
Question 3. What real-life tragedy is associated with the 1994 film The Crow?
Oh, so real life Brendan Lee, Brendan, doesn't matter. Brendan Lee, got shot on set. They thought it was going to be a prop gun, like a what's it called, a fake bullet. What are they called?
Oh, like a blank?
Blank bullet, but it wasn't, and a piece of shrapnel killed him.
That is correct. The name
Thank you.
is Brandon Lee. You said Brendan, but that's okay. That's all right. That's a. We'll give it to you. I'm a generous game host.
I've always said it. I've always said you are, Dools. I've always said it.
Well, because you know what will happen if you don't.
Yeah.
You're aware of the implication.
I know the consequences.
Very good job. That's a good bit of trivia. I knew that trivia as well, but what I didn't realize in rereading was that's Bruce Lee's son. So that's pretty sad. So fuck man, that's oh dude, because they would have sued the fuck out of those guys. Apparently the studio, just to save money, sent home the firearms expert they had on set all day. They sent him home like an hour earlier. And then that happens because they got some fucking intern to check like the bullets and shit. Anyway, fuck. Very stupid.
Idiots. That is so dumb.
Moving on. Question 4. This film today is considered a cult classic, but was panned when it first came out in 1996. It stars Billy Zane as the lead hero. What film am I talking about?
Say, I heard up to 1996.
Oh, okay.
Can you give me the last bit?
Considered a cult classic, but was panned when it came out. Came out in 1996. It stars Billy Zane as the lead hero.
The Phantom.
Correct. Nice. Dude, I didn't mind that movie. I actually happened to watch it a fair bit when I was younger. I don't know why, but I don't know. Didn't mind it. Didn't mind the Phantom.
No, neither did I. I thought it was great.
Well, you're doing pretty well so far, Has. Pretty well. Moving on. Question 5. Notable superhero films like Blade, Hancock, and of course the most culturally significant of them all, Black Panther, were notable for having African American leads. But tell me, what was the first?
The first,
To have an African American lead. So
the first superhero film to have a African American lead.
Yes.
Okay. I want to say Blade.
So I mentioned Blade in the question. That's a hint.
So it's not Blade.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, don't know. True. I'll say Blade. I'm not too sure.
It's incorrect. It is
What
actually Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
Oh, really? I've never seen it.
It was actually notable for being the first superhero movie, technically, to have an African American lead. So there you go. Well, you know.
Well, there you go. Learn something every day, don't you, Dools?
With you, I'm sure it's more than one thing. Has question 6. Woo!
Jesus. All right. I'm not the one that put on their mute on for the first 15 minutes.
No one knows what you're talking about. Nothing happened in this episode. Nothing was cut off.
Go ahead.
Hey, do you remember the movie My Super Ex-Girlfriend? Neither do I. Who played the ex-girlfriend?
Uma Thurman.
Ah, of course you'd know that, you fucking piece of shit. You've seen everything. Fun fact. Filming only took 4 weeks on that movie. And it shows.
I bet it did.
And it shows.
I think that's too long. Yeah, Jesus. She's awesome though. I love Uma Thurman. Shout out to Uma Thurman.
Yeah, she hasn't been in much, has she? I mean, not since not like in the present, not like in the last 10 years or so. But anyway, there's still talk of a Kill Bill 3, but who knows? The name wouldn't make much sense, actually, though. Kill Bill 3, part 3, because I mean Bill's dead. But anyway, moving on.
Very true.
Pardon me?
Said very true.
Question 7. I'm using these words a lot. In this cult classic that follows the antics of a zany and hilarious hero with questionable morals, Cameron Diaz had her film debut. What movie am I talking about?
The Mask.
Very good. Fuck. Very, very good.
Great fucking film, Dools. I said The Mask and I would have taken it back straight away because I'm like, was that her debut? But I know that she was in it, so I was like, what else? What other superhero movies is she in?
Zany and hilarious hero with questionable morals. So I think it's a pretty good description of Jim's character.
Great description. Great description.
All right. Moving on. You're killing it, Haz. This could be a best. We'll see you go in these last 3, but you've only got 2 incorrect so far. Question 8. Now, we all know and love the 2012 film Dredd with Carl Urban. So in saying that, who played him in the 1995 original?
My boy Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, that's another one. Fuck, you are doing well.
I love Sly,
too
man.
easy?
I'm a big Sly fan.
Is this too easy? Have you seen that? Have you seen the 95 Dredd?
I have.
Is it good?
I used to have it on VHS where it was like the whole VHS was like an imprint of his helmet. It was so sick.
Oh, that's actually pretty dope. Was that a good movie?
Oh, so good.
Really?
I think they're different films, but like that one's such a... I'd 100% recommend watching Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone. It's so good.
But it's not better than the Carl Urban one, right? Because that's fucking awesome.
It's different. Like Carl Urban's more like full on action, whilst this is like, it reminds me of RoboCop. You know, that like cheesy 80s.
Okay.
Cheesy 90s action movie.
Now, I'll be impressed if you get this one because I'm going to be honest, I had no idea what the fuck this movie was.
Go ahead. Thanks.
In the seminal Sam Raimi directed flick Darkman, who played the titular role?
I've got no idea what Darkman is. Bruce Campbell.
Same here.
He does a lot of
Same
things.
here. I had no idea. But it was a big lead actor and a big drum director. I was like, okay, well, this is going in.
Can you tell me whenabouts it was made?
I think it was 1990. Yeah.
In the 90s?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the year was 1990.
Bruce Campbell. He does a lot of stuff with Bruce Campbell.
That is...
It's incorrect, I know. What was it?
It's incorrect. It was Liam Neeson.
Wow.
Yeah.
You give me 100 guesses, 1,000,000 guesses, I would not have picked Liam Neeson.
Oh, well. That's right, Haz. Can't get them all.
Oh, well.
Can't get them all.
Can't get them all, Dools.
Now, Haz, the wording on this next question is a little confusing, and I've done that on purpose. So, the lead actor of this movie went from starring as the pivotal character in 2 out of 3 films in a pretty controversial trilogy in a beloved franchise. And then he went into doing this pretty mediocre film where Samuel L. Jackson is the villain. What movie am I talking about? Do you need me to repeat that?
Oh, yeah, a couple of times.
Here we go. Pay attention. The lead actor of this movie, so the movie in question is the one I want you to answer, he went from starring as the pivotal character, in 2 out of 3 films in a controversial trilogy in a beloved franchise, to doing this movie, the one in question, where Samuel L. Jackson is the villain?
Jumper.
So that's your final answer, Has?
I think you're talking about Hayden Christensen, who's in 2 of the prequels of Star Wars, and he then went over to Jumper, where the villain was Samuel Jackson. So my answer, Dools, remains Jumper. Is the question is what actor, or is the question is what's the movie?
No, it's what the movie is. So
cool, Jumper.
That is correct.
That wording though, Dools, that wording was bullshit, but I got there.
Well, I had to make it ridiculous because just like, what the fuck else has Hayden Christensen been in other than Star Wars? Well, that's the only one that comes to mind. Yeah. Very good, Has. That's let's see, you got 1, 2, only 3 incorrect. So 7 out of 10, a strong 70%. That's a high credit.
Especially with the movies like, this is a question about a movie I've never heard of. Who starred Darkman? No one knows. Thanks, Dools.
Sam Raimi with Liam Neeson, though, Has. Could be worth a watch.
Could be worth a watch. We might have to do a review, Dools. Do you want to close this off?
Sure, Has. Has, you want to close this off?
Sure, this has been More Cops on Duty, Internet's #1 film, game and TV podcast. We post twice a week, sometimes. Wednesday for your Prime show, Friday for your more review discussion show. You find us on all your favourite socials, all your favourite streaming services. But until next time, I'm Harry. Dools is Dools. You are you. We're the More Cops on Duty, and we're out.